This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV niye. You best yourself first time and never subscribing na one like video no. Na Bobie Ansah kwabena Canadian. Ose or the document yaba Ibrahim Mahama engineers and planners. Wamo good ones and same 50 last 2 weeks in last week but now much I said Mahama de Ghana good be akwa share ne brother Nansa say won two and our same people for fanasa no mo bohosa we leaky document na I just say like contract no we leaky document no abibia che say ayobi eno pe company bi ejina mama no na waye adwuma no eno mkofam Mahama enua Ibrahim Mahama company ne bedi enim say ondi enim na omonye sa hyehe na enya Mahama ena atam Ghana gold bi a hye na sa na amanfo bi kura ka say eno makoti gold board no mo de your friend is saying sami je fi akoto ano na galamse tebedebede ba kirem ena NPP third chairman Dobo TV3 for Mike channel Bobie Ansah say owoni NDC for some Ablekuma babom itenu na she NDC for bi ebufu a emom bo Hawa Koomson
enkomo na akoso Ghana ne say sa adwumakuo wi a friend Azuma resources no omukwaje eye asase baby ewo wa eya omo efresh our project no eye black voter project ya omo betu gold so later no omo ekope aboafo investors ya omo ebeboa omo ibiarafo eye Australian company eya omo eba mu se omo ebeboa ehono enhye da nye a problem but according to nkoma ye nyina ye tie no nkomo no ehye from Bright Simons Imani Ghana on the basis that your friend Mekobi EMP engineers and planners Nira Enu Ibrahim Mahama. So the whole issue is that EMP for Babe Jinam Ama Azuma resources normal Babe ye Juma ewo black voter project no. You know na say Yenua Bright Simons anya de because according to what we are hearing, there is a Chinese company almost interested in the project, and so for Ibrahim Mahama to get it, say Bright Simons is not happy. Yes, we are raising issues. Any opinion, we don't have any problem. Will be any problem. The only thing is that we prefer Ghanaians to own our resources. We need to own our resources. We prefer our local companies to expand their scope when it comes to our resources. You say Abontinsuni Medinko de Menifon. And I'm out for okay, so last say thank you. Obia send me message send me more Chelsea abaso ye. My idea. Yate. Why? Yate ne de hia ni. Ye baba be share wo EPL. Ehona agro no wo. Aha, ehona agro no nti let me move on. Okay, so the woman say company ya no ebe so Azuma resources asene ete Australia say omo no ya abrofo omo ni engineers and planners enya enkomodie bia omunya any business discussions on the black voter project. Nanka mpese abase EMP will take over the project. EMP engineers and planners asem nyina ne say ya kura no yanya ready say ye ne ibiara for e wo bibia aka yɛne aborɔfo no biribi aka Azuma Resources Ghana Limited ɔmo ɛna project no yɛ ɔmo dea wɔmo ne ɛno ɔmo atena se as at 2023 ɛyɛ a strike deal ɛyɛ a ya committee ho kora wɔ some of the contractual agreements ni bi wɔ hɔ a ɛyɛ sikasɛm ntotoyɛ ɛyɛ aka kakraa bi ɛne awie in contract sɛ yɛnya starte ne bi a ekura bɛyɛ 4 components and you touch on 1 or 2 a mepacho execution ahyase no as to whether there was an agreement that time is say so went me and tua ebi a null and void on yeah so another issue but so now bibia say anyway okay so to cut it short I call forth and back and Saturday every Ghanaian etie yenua Bright Simons paweremfo a waje nani abren ho so then people were asking Bright Simons kasama Azuma Resources Ghana Limited and I said kasama ibiara for your Australia which is which and I say the Chinese company no amu interested no and a Bright Simons kasama which is which. So we agree with Bright Simons that there should be transparency. Sebaya investors' confidence no ebekosro. So on that note, we agree with Bright Simons. We also agree with him that yentimi enyusu state power enfa capture bibia. Though Bright Simons was part of the MPP regime. Onipa dasani etimi di ono enterprise insurance SIC contracts na ono no execute we a private business we a government business we a private business but the official statement of disclaimer free Azuma Resources Ghana Limited encheba no caution yen in central for about the kind of statements we do or we say on this matter, and for that reason, I'll pipe down and choose my words carefully, since they are still at the round table, making sure so more better to Enyema. But my pacho statement nesusa, I can't see. So, Mame, Boss Adequacy Manuel says watching the show from Seshi Ajuafua. Now, made a statement not to a official statement of disclaimer from Azuma Resources Ghana Limited, and I'll just take like 2-3 minutes to just pick some few paragraphs in it. Date the 13th July 2025 for immediate release. Okay, so I read the board of directors of Azuma Resources Ghana have taken note of recent public commentary and media discourse relating to the ongoing matter between Azuma Resources and engineers and planners. That is EMP, particularly statement attributed to Mr. Bright Simons. In this regard, we deem it necessary to issue the following formal disclaimer in order to provide clarity and protect the integrity of the ongoing resolution process. While we acknowledge Mr. Simons' constitutional right to express personal views on matters of public concern, we wish to categorically state that 1. Mr. Bright Simons does not represent, act on behalf of, or speak for the shareholders or directors of Azuma Resources Ghana in any capacity. Mr. Bright Simons does not represent, act on behalf of, or speak for the shareholders. So clearly, I mean, Sebeta Frache, Ibiara for the Nyomonkwan Ekura project, a partnership. You cannot sit somewhere and determine what happens. Okay, shareholders or directors of Azuma Resources Ghana in any capacity. His public commentary constitutes his personal opinion and should not be construed, implied, or interpreted as reflective of the official position, intentions, or legal standing of Azuma Resources or its shareholders. Azuma Resources is currently engaged in confidential, good faith negotiations and engineer and planners with the shared objective of achieving a constructive and mutually acceptable resolution to the present impasse. These discussions are being conducted within the framework of applicable laws, commercial norms, and in consultation with the appropriate regulatory and ministerial bodies. In accordance with the directive of the Honorable Minister responsible for the sector, and in a bid to safeguard the sanctity of the ongoing process, we respectfully call upon all media houses, analysts, commentators, and third parties to exercise discretion and refrain from speculative or misleading reportage that could potentially prejudice or distort the dialogue underway. The public and media to rely solely on authorized spokespersons for any statements or official positions concerning Azuma resources. We further wish to express our regret to the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development over the unwarranted and inaccurate inclusion of the bank's name in public discourse surrounding this matter. With avoidance of doubt, representatives of Azuma Resources and EP visited ECOWAS Bank office in Lomé, Togo in 2023 to assess the bank's capacity and willingness to support the transaction. ECOWAS Bank expressed indicative interest contingent on its internal credit appraisal and board approval. Any extrapolations beyond this context are both inappropriate and unauthorized. So at least now it's clear that Azuma Resources Limited are confirmed. Please, I haven't asked you to take it off. Can you follow me? So Azuma Resources Abe confirmed the EMP aka all this while that there was an agreement between them, that is engineers and planners, Azuma Resources, and the ECOWAS Bank. So they visited the place in 2023 in Lomé, Togo, based on the agreement they had with EMP. So this is the confirmation from Azuma Resources. Okay, so Azuma Resources reaffirms its unwavering commitment to a professional, transparent, and responsible resolution of this matter and remains fully aligned with the broader interests of the Republic of Ghana and all stakeholders involved. All right, so thank you. Now, I know, sir, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, right? Mr. Kofi Amabua, am I right? I'm almost the two parties in the 7 days. 7 days to deal with the issue. And Ghana for said them, they have asked analysts, media, blah 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 to hold on now and go through whatever. But at least from a Azuma Resources point of view, there's a clear contractual agreement between E and P with Azuma Resources. It's simple. Ibiara for Australia Brofono will be beer. Omone Bright Simons any Azuma Resources for Nkoka. They have nothing to do with a EMP issue. It's so simple. It's so simple. But after 7 days, no, after DSC. But said them definitely. Me Bobie Ansah, I will support any indigenous company. Or what the capacity holding resources indigenous. And now difference in my main kind of man for they try to confuse a Ghana for with a Japan and a Black Voter Project. Black Voter Project is a private project. Finito. A Japan, abanya obo ni tirimu se. Wasu wote a company amaye. So I'm a Ghana for so na sa special purpose vehicle company no. You say ne si anamu ewo your friend is America. Kwajo bewa. Anya sa no mka kire say a Japan company no. Also more UK. Okay, all right. Then we asked them, say, okay, say a Japan company, no. Woman babe control ye natural resources, gold, bauxite, manganese, and other stuffs. Ya pesi who say a kwadwo manu, and I say a kwadwata. Almost no, we can't know them. Okay, agreement no. Omonye Ghana for no bekwere ne say ya ombetua upfront ska $500 million. Ye now. In but omotua upfront ni wi a afi bia no royalties na omo atua amaye. Na ska ombetua amaye no ye say omo de kwa akoto tax havens mu. Ghana for enim baabi asika no eda. So at the end of the day, we have some people controlling our mineral resources. One, we don't know them. Two, baby esi Canada no, you need any access to the money. Until for how long? For 15 years. So these are some of the, I mean, insane agreement. Yes, robbery, daytime robbery. This black voter project, solely private. And Ibrahim has the capacity. It's in the country.
This kind of agreement is the Oko baby to say baby near Mensing Goda. Yeah, it's Bibini and no Sisia no only.
Oh, I see.
Mensing Gold baby
baby
like that. When you go to even a the Omuyen or Mansuin Asanko Mansa. It's actually like that. Maybe before. And my partner and bro. So what is happening with engineers and planning is something that happens every time day in and day out.
Anyway,
it's really different. Will be
anyway, all right. So Osai Prempe says the pickpocket from foreign aids has been shamed. Bright Simons and those guys at Imani also have not done any proper work in their lives, but they own properties that teachers and nurses can't afford because of their pickpocketing from the colonial masters for their selfish interests. Okay, Celso Kwabena says, I support Ibrahim Mahama's engineers and planners acquisition of Azuma Resources Black Voter Gold Project in a day. At least we have seen how this man has been investing in Ghanaians and changing lives. He is not selfish. Yes, but someone say China from Ramrame too, not Omon Fanko. Now, no, Bryce Salmon score near man who tell them or buy near man $10,000 as any bottom. Until Bedru Ghana or no or got Eche will be a. Meanwhile, Bryce Simon's mere Juman for Nipa even 10 or 15 in Ghana. On any Yenema, any do or think tank musika. And we know that think tanks always oppose the government of the day. In Tomacho Mumienu, Franklin Kujo, Mia Minia, or no, I know Kutukusa Bobie. As and when or baby awujina and away so dear or no baumia a special aid a yawn de baumia eba power. So that is the issue. And said Mekano almost say almost media and a man for more come was say will be NCZ fire. Na young train. So bia Ghana ni bia NTME. We are Ghana for Masum Femi Kakra. Na sorry, yanya juma kakra. In the first place, let me say this. Obiani Bobie Ansah may stand when it comes to issues about violence. I don't support violence, and anything in relation to violence against women, children, me Bobie Ansah, I don't support it. I don't believe in violent approach. And that is why I never agreed with Akufo-Addo on the way he tackled issues. Me omo enemy from Achimota Petroleum, they will tell you. And then the uncle ye almost my gangsters, no. Me my way back. Who drew Achimota from Jarlink when they will tell you. Kwame, me ni maniji etuo samo. Oh, bia oni me di agrobia will tell you. Me ni maniji etuo samo pa hard. Ni mani etuo trigger happy. Petroleum those days. Those days of petroleum Achimota. Anaju be about 12. You bet me at 2 just we are happy just blowing guns just like that. Nti ene nkwala na agro no a omu di no a eya omu se afre no omu jensi omu abaso no. No. But you see, you see the otwituo no. Once a Gen Z. You see the otwituo no owu otu ano. The otwesekai no owu osekai ano. One day your friend is say Conan akwano osisi adan no your friend say akwa e wa Chimota no that boy, what is his name, that boy? Oh boy, osisi dan MPP ni boy no ba omia atulinsi akola Conan me na me de Conan ba Accra dia ma me jai etuo ekura ye pie ya ba ye te ho sei say etuo a wo no say bullet wom ena me nsa kan ne pae that time be me ye di me free Love FM ba Accra foforo me mpia me need to more than 3 or 4 on me. No. 3, 4. So ni nya go me ho. Okwa wi awobi. Mi wobi. Asarebra ko beto ye adaju 2 am e obunsu Junction. Na obuse obi se na Bobie no madura na nipa so wonhwe fom ti etu abobo agu on shells no. Yere no de track baby ayewo. Mi so na mani jitu o pa serious. Na baby a ho no ayatim no se etu no ba kwa ka ewo mu ena agifri mu nyame nkoa kabekum Conan nyame nkoa since that day na bibi ka chem se Bobie di otwituo no owu otua no. So I decided to let it go. In any case, me talk cocaine. I started asking myself questions. I sat down one day and I'm like, what am I doing to myself? Me talk cocaine. Me no be any assassin man so. Me no be any me godi obire. No akaso obi sound. Me no be any business be so why should I be walking around now me feel so tensed? Why? And since that day I decided to just get it off. Ya me ni free me. And I have never preached violence. Inti adie bia eye emujasem no. I don't want to be part. And I'm not part. But those who know me before, Omaru Adenumina will tell you. They will tell you. But as I sit here with my age, how to feed my family and my kids, that's all. That's the most important thing in life. They are carrying no and it's not like we don't have people who can strike. We have people in the system who can strike. But why should I walk around with metro men following me? To do what? I've been there before. Me didn't free me didn't free Kumasi buy on a bear Atulin's bodyguard. Pump action or they bought the estate to buy. Me na me Tomano Conan, me na me Tony pump action. Me always, I love guns. Those days, two bars for fra me Toby. A two bars for fra. Say see a minute kasi Atulinse. The estate, Conan, pump action or mo de bought on home buying. Me na me Tomano. I bought it. And said I made Tommy next pump action. You know not 22. So please, buy jam for. Me na me top pump action. Am I buy jam for? So when I see people, and I advise them that look, Charlie, Saturday we chum who nim faso. A chum da because a bequak of fast about brew. Wouldn't even die before beba. Wouldn't even die be besia. Now, my main car 17 PP4. Ya kwatwaba Ghana ni bia ntemi ye ya kwatwaba wa me pa mo cha mo fa nchame se ya kase nipa MPP ni agimi a eya wo mo say Bobie adidi ya atem but I want an utie president Kofo ensem a waka clearly MPP is becoming a group of fools walking around fools omuni nyansa Woyo lose by 1.7 million in 2024 elections. Kwame Boa, what lose by 1.7 million? 38%. What struggle with 84 or 88 seats in parliament. So say you have been humiliated. Where? Ya shoe, Ghana for shoe, hard. Not by after 6 months, just 6 months, you could buy elections. I will Ablekuma North. And I will challenge anybody, will follow me. Someone share one video or audio, NDC for a share or more threaten MPP. One. Obi anu obetimi akere. Wo kura enkodwa 88 sese onwene wo ho. Wadi ba ko abo, wani wo ya ni chew. Ye ko disco a no aka kire crofo se na dia me se am nhwe obi anim. Obi akra na nhwe anim. Wo ya ni chew onwene wo ho, alukumi onwene wo ho. Ukra 38% Ghana fwaso fumfram eyanka samre se MPP nya jimi fo ko a enke so mo se ba bi din and they plan re-strategize how to regroup normal party se ensanya kono kasamre no enke so mo jajo mama na ndisi kura omo ye omo ade jimi nti ofan kwasiafo ade se na bi num edi party animu a sa jiminti na ya kwa Ablekuma na MPP for no 38% for no 57% for kwame ade onyansa wom wakwatena mpatamu baabi wona oyire wona oyire nkwa nete boys area boys na akoto wo mo no o sori na wo nipa ba akofo no na old threaten wo ati krom ho dadaada wo ti krom dadaada no na wo no wo threaten wo. And I think Kodeo need those media guys now more kasa me matete binum asem. You see they find it difficult to do analysis because I listened to City FM today. Yes, I'll join them to condemn your friend and say violence in body politics. So as any media house, no media house in Ghana house or support violence. So in condemnation, yes. But come to think of this. Say you kwako tuaba. We lose 1.7 million. Ukra 88. 38% in the coffee. Just after 6 months. Now you call Ablekuma. Now what the guy air sounded warning Emma the one with 57%. You cry 180 something seats. Now warning no air threaten no say obedru Ablekuma ube kum in crofo ube yes you see people should get time and listen to the videos. You now Jimmy Bakuni mo the party Ashem Kwasi Afo saying sa Krobi Asanti we Krobi Asanti we ya America kra ontimi ntu na ye kwa Ablekuma ye nyankwaye na Krobi Asanti a mo de party no ekwaje 38% no na ono no won 57% for say their men are ready ewa Ablekuma enti and this year jiminti no mo ba wo mo boma Brazil e de wo mo aba ye kwoto aba we lose election 6 months obian kan and this in your boni bia obia no ti asomdwem ye kwoto aba ne ye nyandruwa na o wone party in government or the 57% what show 1.7 million na o wone no and 2% ka NDC eba no mi busa kodoyo any other media for no mkeka nkwasi asem no enti wo mkotie sa tape we ya enti NDC akwa ho no na NDC abo ma Brazil na mema no so asage string no makwa akogina ho enya sa yanga si asem. People don't take their time. People don't take it. Probably me da se papa. Yeah, kwa me bajiji we na yi wo de yi. Threats is almost just a Uradi Yankopon. Yeah, one day ya utie MPP for threats no. Obaka say enkrofo na hwe wo mu yi. Oh, that is why President Kufuor is so disappointed. The party man Kwasi Afo to say a Krobia Asante this are foolish boys we are. That is it. And Kodio and all those people, Yanin Yomu, Yakotwaba, Obin Kao, Obinya was say. Now the catch any pan say, send this Jimmy or grounds one mobet or mubibi. Now, my boys, our grounds. Hey, who boys were grounds really? Do be catch them say our boys work grounds no na ma Jimmy enti no na me ba Ablekuma no na just ma say J string abo Brazil e dia begina ho na ye hwemo and this year Jimmy for party nti nyansani bia wo tie show we no omo me answer say eni say wo pa na endi kabere yakọ ai Ase North and you see I keep on telling people, me pachaman for complaining that there's no sound. Inti check it. Yakwa Ase North. The only messenger NDC at the choir and they say Ghana is being ruled by criminals. We went there. Me mini list to a echo. Eudi na what chance na ye to abado. Emma ye nyina no. 9 days now tuning in the from you 9 days me that's it. And your message ye back up. Now you media man. Now support to MPP. Now say offer a metro 4 a ya banku. Omudi banku anu amoteta. I say omo maska. Now so what grounds. Now about fighting state power. So be say obi dia botrim waku. You are just trying to be a combatant, and you are not a combatant. How can you combat with the state apparatus? How? What they way? Who to me way? To me catch a MPP ni penny be say catch a on crop for no say. Yeah support to NDC no. There is no day a year list over mini list over a year campaign for NDC. Na ya sesa metro for bia be 6-7 ni asesa ya de metro ya dey me asema me ka na me ka kire wo ani oni obekumi ne because Akufo-Addo see what the state power no be ko a o matcho bay na betumi afọ me ba ma no de eye matcho chen ma no eye matcho papa. And as a media practitioner or as an activist, the only weapon you have is your opinion. Beyond that, any weapon you use is a criminal. And we degrade the state. But how? They will crush you. They will crush you. A common sense. A nyansa. What Jimmy say nyansa no unhuda. We went to Kasoa North. Accra from you go see your tent wall. Every before you can hear so you can. What more can you can? Maybe me kura tuo. Maybe me kura giant. Me ti obi warning say Kasoa North ye koku obi na ye kobu obi. Ye baba kan asem, osu kan asem. Na enkrofo ometo am omontoma so ometo am me so a omontoma me. Simple. Wo de o se da bi. Wo de wo no obedane combatant. Na ye kwa akoto aba. No opposition for anometro mo no opposition for na omo threaten crofo ma warning. Hwe me na apokwa trans ma menya de we nana mesraw just two pe. Wo mo say your friend say obia crofo threaten crofo Lloyd sa Lloyd Mensa no Yoko one akwayiri TV3 ni ema police MPP for be boy no yi ma me Joy FM ni Lloyd no a na Joy FM for koma no se we prepare no sa Lloyd no sa Lloyd no wano na akwayiri Joy FM ni ema MPP for ekobo no ewo Yoko na nsen ya enche bia nansa ya che bia obi ankodemo obi anka bibia na wo lose heavily say on trust wonam ena mo say di nkwasiade keka nkwasiasem mo be so build the party no am wan tantan party fota party kankan party fon party ta party bri mo be so na mo aye party ni yie no ye ka kire mo a na mo posa mo niema Monam na more threatening Crawford, just provoking the system. That one day, Obini mu be street mu pipe. I'm almost say amonya mema. Monya mema, moso say mema. Pacho kodam kodas me boatu form. Sorry. Pacho amante mo aba me yen mako. Enti wuntimi and enter a opposition. Now wo ma warning. Now to opposition wo ma warning no. Na minya wa majao. Inyina Ghana for. Wo mu wi na wo mo to wo platforms no more threaten, no more kasa, me yo say. Obey and this your friend me ma pa do wo mu gira se pipa. Can you survive it? You can't survive it just 1 minute. You can't survive it. Unu obusu afo nyina asebese. Na ye kotwaba, na mo threaten, na mo di diatem, obi so mo boys, no ma fa moto, no ma no ndu ka se na this fire din hwe videos no din ya no bia nka hwe wo radio so obi aye din no na fu sam microphone show sa akwa okoba bia sound no ya so check min kasa nkwachi ma min friends here ya almost say Hawa Koomson yeah ay solo when me say MPP time so we NDC ni now say omo say NDC flag ekurawa omo timi tugu so bo me pacho anyo video no oh boy no I made a video Sunday wa Kwame, enya wa na me send you send me. Sir, oye Mason e wo Kasoa. Site no ye adwuma no ye MPP ni dia. NM say boys ni bi hu say NDC flag SN bag mu 2020 o. Identity na so the NDC flag ese ne bag mu ba site wo. Oma bune preprano. Kasoa. That was how MPP lived with NDC people. Now, and I make us say, Afabone, more lucky. Razak no de ombe jamo. Enke fa efia kamu be hu bibi pa wo kroma. Wan hwe yi a wo de wano be ka de ni kwa say yen kan kra wo wiase. And I'll end it here. But the me person me mo bi ati ase ne say won't mean na opposition. Na ye kwa abato a won't threaten the state security apparatus and the party in power. And your party in power beyond say party awa show 1.7 million. Ye just 700,000 no kura gum so bomba bomono. Now 38% which na ho. Na mo ma warning. Na mo tremonsa ni ebeku nipa. Emoja be gu Ablekuma. Unim se onwie ye. Ye wie ya akwatia de anye be kwonu Rambo Star wori de wabodam. Akwatia unim se obase ahyase e kasa akwatia de besi. Na mso mode sa na ba akota na yesie no na mo ani so atemo. Mo beye mo homobo and appeal to Ghanaians. Ama Ghana for asori support mo no. Mo na mo threaten ena akwatia de ene akwatia de obewu NDC de obi anka de obewu obi anka hwe adano na mubehu say yes say amanfo ani abre na mujimi no Moses abo mujimi no Moses abo no nyina no sankola we mo jai party amankola we
over mamema erabna Oben. Congratulations. Wakonkodin kabna say o share the outcome of the 2024 elections now. She emerged victorious, and it was a very shameful attitude from the camp of the MPP, knowing that the NDC had already gifted, I'm using the word gifted underlined in red ink. The NDC gifted the MPP some seats just so that they can have a face-saving group, knowing that all had lost. They had lost everything, and it was just so that at least because Patrick Boama lost it, and Anodon Pre also lost it. But the NDC, I don't know if it's out of magnanimity or some person or more my Ghana for Bomudi Po, the day you nema Sebi, or Eba Mrashibijum. Patrick Cradier na and Shada nye a because at least he has a certain character trait that at least wins my admiration sometimes, not all the time. But the man here me yani minuya ye Baba Sadeka na chese ye hwimade afri ne nsem te se de wa chese wa nyere ne ho bisa no. So I think Baba ye adwuma pa, and Baba kura we shocked say Baba could get there. Yeah. But he was really working hard, and so the crown needed to go to him. But and you know, so we share a rabna na juma or ye or they win a seat na say omode ene din bi pese omo by force G seat ni free ni something said the name komode ye domi kwabenya no na afei electoral commission ni ho ayehu nti ekwan e fa so a ema parliament frɛ omo be toto na no ma ko wie say afei omo si gina say yen san ko to aba no on the 11th no kwabna na just say akoye atadwe yate asem de san say uni madwuma wo sro broni ena sene nneoma ye for a very long time ewo eye oman ni mu no very difficult for anyone to think say MPP sebi obetimi enya to me BBM e dia bedi o my way so e be den pa. But that notwithstanding no ihu say enioma koso fa aban obaye ntutuye kakra wo ye ne sene nipa bi susu se e wo se omuma juma no ekwa kodru form no so abai ba fofo sa na potentially one way apathy me set in early because bia yama we yama me and we kura me ko ha ye fi me say ni say you know until after about some time no na it gets difficult enti no say me hwe performance na a course so e wo constituency ni na I just say the NDC still has a very good will, which of course must not be underestimated because yet easy say what ba bemu for a few weeks or months in government, you know, unshia sa apathy no. Democracy no sa na deba part of it because we back being saying Camila was saying kede me fa and fi me sa no mani nyina ba party nim. But you saw a very strong force at Ablekuma North, not because Abia Bibi. I take it from two angles. The candidate, you know, ne ho akono asebi oton ayeto.
Obano.
Erabna ubuadie. Just say sorry for man penning for meko for me call honom no. Wo mu any yekoye campaign. Meko for just say almost say the way ubuadie. Na say sene maame ne papa bi school bi wo ho. Nti eno so boa ma communities nim chese obi woni skakra wo de bra school ayesi wo bewie koye adwuma na wonya adwuma na na bibi na wo betua obi akotro exams a wo betimi kura ju certificate de adwane om se nya hwe wo de betro so ase ne papa ne maame so wo goodwill bi wo community nim and they have been there wono am say ye wono wo hokra and o de anyini ti that is on one side. And the other side is about only competitor no the kasa fin kasa time just say o munipa on feria the two just suppose say the obu ade ni the omu ade why na me choose no then you know say a rabna the obvious choice. And the outcome no wasn't much of a surprise to me because I felt say the netiana etie na kwabna obi eni wono mo a sebi o wiase we mu a ode sotro your friend is ode kokromoti akwa yi a wa amfa sotro amafie obi eni ho enunti say wo hwe ya na wo cite examples about your campaign your call your asin of in Akumewu. I have never worked with say many macho for them. The last time I remember, you know, sometimes even people think they misconstrue me as a god. Brother, me, that's how I don't. Yes, he may have his background and all that, but many soldier, many police who. Till date, me namu hwe machi krada.
Me do ka.
Na be hebi o.
Dem me do ka.
Debi because 6 feet at last. What must I say? Until no time bia no, me make sure say my conscience is very clean. Na yakoto aba. Mono in the past, apart from Sebio, enimguase semwa ema Akufo-Addo. People questioned his credentials about the human rights activism ne nyoma no. Ya wokoka etiwa ye kire bibi wo ho. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't say all that be die no. There have been series of attacks akoso from even the intra party ama MPP enya a very bad record from opposition to power. This is a political party that could organize for people to come from Serbia and South Africa to train hoodlums, hooligans, all in the Emirates, say they will assault the pillars of power. Okay. Na ninjina kwa kugu mwa babemu chese ode kwa brother so ye a living testimony of say Akufo-Addo say ne yire kwabena abeka say Akufo-Addo yire akwakoye ne foundation si aban asase so sa asem ne kekenti no wa pon show ye ko kwabena dikan ya moa no de na kwahiem civil suit obi ni kun ya lawyer o Jimmy no etino ya beti kwabena say ade na wo akọka Akufo-Addo yiri asem Ibrahim Mahama our wife
ojo so good
our wife o ko Nigeria sa na friend no our wife
we are very
etino say me ti say MPP ni bie na no busa question na sometimes no I say where amu no mu nyame ase say Joma ama na e mampani
afabone
asem bia di bone na mu nyame ase say enya na epoku ana bobie
afabone
na nka MPP kura that word that name MPP no nka be record wo Ghana asenka eye unlawful to mention MPP wo Ghana because you are a very lawless group of people, hooligans, criminals,
very well,
vagabonds, hoodlums, party of fools,
fantastic,
useless ones. Kwasia Frankwa mumu bia ma no akacha Ghana for say adentina obi protect your democracy what to ne ho te say shefu akwakọ pia Hawa Koomson wonu kura na nim say pepper spray ne kura no kura po no. It's an offense to hold a pepper spray. Do you know it's an offense?
Oto no say dey
shefu
get it to the west.
What me to offer say shefu ko ne ma me wa o say shefu come di me na ni ma me say any bomb me to offer no abani to offer no odina we two
shefu
journey to the west
kwasiara no pale di
go sorry baby I'm telling you
I want to be very blunt, and it's just so that nipa be who say the NDC must own it. Say obi de kokromoti be here mo de so trobe ja ne kwan. Look, there is nothing wrong with being positive with violence. Kwabra, there be am say say Friday be positive defiance. Positive defiance. Defiance in itself, it will be seen as a word that is very negative.
Yeah.
Say I then away defiant. But in every negative word there is a very positive thing. You can convert every now the to say like Kwabra me to say me riawa de o say me de me pese me violent intino me de mani ehu nti me kwa kobo police farmer ni amomu ma ba beche na epoku is how but when you say ukochi obi a violence so be positive violence
obi timi fia ukoya macho watch me say
get hanum na nu ya kwa ya waso weso ogon na mo watimi a brand tampon kwasi ampani jimi fo no akwasi sa boys ase o montare ofu isa that same group no say kwawu omo ahemfumienu that same foolish boy no enunti kwawu ahemfumienu. This is what they did in this country. Kwawu ahemfumienu, one who is a constitutionally gazetted chief and a very useless one also. Kwawu ene ye ahemfumienu. Kwasia binti.
I see.
And we
have lived with you in this country.
Are you free for?
Despite the fear and terror. Upia bonti. I say sometimes, me only did you timisu sa nepoku. Just say it's like, but we still have to fight and make sure say you better this on my way. And you see, me anytime I hear the name MPP, what I say to myself is never again. Yes. Unless NDC decides to just gift it. And Ghanaians will never forgive the NDC if they ever try. Try, sir. MPP and power BM or Ghana. I'm more way. I can't use your own. Can you find Chamo da?
So Alan was right.
Some big Jai say MPP and Samra BM BM. What didn't we see? Some of us, we had to be very defiant. At some point, told me I mean few. Oh, Palma Jazz and Enka say if I'm in court to remember. And I never attended any court. I never. Say I could follow say I could follow near say I never could cast my contra presidential jet Muntino. Ade me can say he's the younger brother of the president Intino. Your family court na me make 10 million. Who need was 10 million? Jimmy. Ade so court I cast my use. Ade ya unia your president. Because some son am the Ghana. And whenever we spoke and made our message very clear. Because our mouth not be gone. If you are wise enough, speak out. If you see the ills of society, nobody stops you from talking about it. But to threaten, Jimmy, no. And this you are no revolution, what the true and your giant echo. Obi a no ya wonu revolution. Ebi Ghana soldier police mu babia all the forces put together. Sakwana wa to ne ho no. This is a talented chefon. Many are say Hawa Koomson has met her match.
I think it's when you food.
Oh no, nya o shan oh wo de nya botre kwabna. Na se kwase ya yentu ne fu. Na say we are can say because we are nyansafo an come be fa mu afutu me see omo sa de omo ba be wo pe
say say one sha se akwatia de be si
we de mo nka
akwatia be kunipa
omo mu bu omo panko
kwabe me de asendo akwatia de what fa akwatia me de asendo
omo be share di fo
mame mo
mo panko mo panko
bon poma me
enti kwabra obi anya na adwen so okobo obi a na Mestre, police force so much. Me, I know say under the able leadership of you, on by a very thorough job. They should begin it from a remote course because nothing just happens. Before the immediate course, there was a remote course.
No, but in Ghana law, it's criminal.
So they should make sure omubeye in-depth analysis or investigation. Ebetimia do su kwa all the way to from time Akufo-Addo be mampani na emra na vigilantism no you nu enso ano because how are the okumnipa mienu e won constituency I was say yetimi emamra ono aka say wabotuo she's on tape to have said that
Adoma FM
yes and you know all these things must be looked into. Matese say chairman say John Mahama hwehwemu a John Mahama de obehwehwemu but the obey the say no we Kenya safo oka ho obehwehwemu na mom no hwehwemu a me person ye ne say crimes don't expire it won hwehemu an kwatire na obia sabi ode mra se ne nsam sabi nipa wuye womo nipa nwotwe no mu ye ni nyina no omo hwehwem omo make sure say electoral violence no omo hwehwem ama ye de badwe ye na in the end no yanto hosana sa anya sa memene ne ya adwen ye hwehwem but baby a mene ne nya adwen ne say oka say onhwehwe de ekọ so na no wa Ablekuma ni nko mu da bi de ekofo do omo hwehwem emi short tena ase
da bi want de oka was say Hawa Koomson Kasoa no kum nipa anya Ablekuma ti se bebo no anke yemo no Kasoa
Brabina obia se oba no tumi win election no wakokonde na o share ni campaign ase no na me feel say ngosi aga before the 2024 election but me feel say a focused lady wotumi ma a free a good round for her money and come they won a year and I don't know. ntimebo na baso aseda mienu e wo ho no amemfa makwe free na nkasa se sesi a wame hu se MPP for na gimi because obi a mutumi ko declare say yen take part in an election abra Justin Kodi e kasa election o mun take part na ma me ne tiobio was on the regional national council and a candidate in Angasa na atiase na sata na wokasa na ma me na busy on phone so all kind of trips I the Jimmy be o atiase o sika se e ka be no abo ha o be ka kire ye se enti o free one no so be ko election ma be the video bra o bra ka go ya ro China de be share election wo wo sika memu na wa be tra ba be ka se wa se wa mi ano enti o wi ya na ma me se hwan na se wonko me meko ana won mek edi na ti om ga so mu nko ni na sa beta ma me na chi ana mu iska no e de ekoboa no makase aban se mo anko chinkofo ya nyi sika se wo mu ho by elections ni elections be ba no say sika na o mawiya wo manim no ene o meyi ya ba be election no na se nkofo e o moton spare parts aboso kan go betme yi 200,000 400,000 say go moton fo so kantamanto a edi go menya mfa so a bro so say ya na o mate 200,000 400,000 say go moton gare o malabata marketer and government me isika broswa omo ye adwuma wo civil service mo a pabna sika shangofo hu omo che 200 400 about 400 in the mamene sek alaji or he's known for that.
No, but no, hold on. But how can Baumia claim say wakomani sika? Then the woman is on radio telling us that it's a lie. Which?
I'm surprised that your question because who do you know Baumia?
God go for so trophy number 1. What be mama no? Mama check here and go for his kabeba. I don't more tata and say 200 about 200 about 410 no come 810. No so you
don't feel like Charlie.
Tell him mama na swift to. Some mama a guy. I don't see not just a kakranso akodi omo. Me feel say the see wo Ablekuma North no say indeed MPP are mon homody because he from the party's own perspective abano perspective and a candidate na nkasa friend ekwe free na nkasa perspective no ade omko e bi a kire se omanya omamomode wo constituency wo se ekwe free ye wo ye MP wo constituency ni moda ana ye you free so wo sa back kwabra wo suspect say campaign a meto wo ne se me ba ye no ekwan a na da ha ekosia me na meboa me ebeyi se mbide mo nya yi bo ye development agents ba nyam na mo ye me ba e sponsor sa bill wo parliament me ba e meboa ABC ni ehun se
wo man ka hwe o
man ka hwe
no but let me ask you what nkobaba so even Kufuado achievements no want me am fa bi anya campaign
enu na me ba ko na
anyway
say candidate wo ye MP o hoda o also to me do say a point 1 2 3 4 we ye say de be ya enkofo be gina so to abama no me hu ya say wakwako yita mu bi aba we ye widow na say what are you talking about obije be dia wisi nonsense on
ye be num sikasa
ene ge gon ko fara kambe o lo so hia kwatafo fara kambe ge ko pena ye ko pa so on ko ye mbio sanse hunu na nkofo ti ko kromu a ana me ye widow ana me izem hunu no mbudi kire no ma mi ko be bi a me ye widow okunafo no okunafo na bezo leading ngofo no wan kahwe MPP as a party na call hono any abemufo na call I was thinking say on the border scale no so on because ababa we ABCD almost ko anam ko join ma me we widow tira akoye widow
na ne kunu NDC fo ne kuna na
am say we cross here hwem what the widow sem ko to me yes we ni we unya ta grab constitution
okunu we how long ni
me am sure that for my bin ko so
It doesn't make sense, so nobody
pays
attention to that.
But how can you go compare to me, say, who now bet me a boy go for Botemwa? What you don't tell Twabamount? Ana maame bi a ɔte station wɔ ɔdɔkɔ hɔ busa no simple kɔso wɔ so wo abra a wobɛyɛ deputy a friend say ambassador to China oba ha no abɛhwɛ mu a ɔhwɛ maame fo na comedy on mesa
deputy
sir yes na yeah ɔno ne deputy
I want to be deputy ambassador
me mo nya deputy
no nya
ambassador to China
deputy David, Unti,
Adodi,
Mamusa, and Syria Muntia, but you can't do any so over me.
I feel good here, you know, oh, the position the same maybe I tell you,
deputy to Germany.
Germany come never break.
Already Jabi Alcofana.
Deputy Omo. What's it? Who call ba no kofa but one of the abran kofo ba.
Maybe more.
One you ha. Obey MP ha. Ode bia na to can na try wiper. That's all my fu. Na Ablekuma North dey say and na can be before ni abotwenku no mo akoda o mase for 28 solid years. I'm the my MPP including my constituency Okakwe South.
Unni bibia ka ho.
Na Okakwe South here for mam kofa da kwa new man be MP. I say are we joking? Because politicians, you know, afab voters they say we zombies. Anything you obey biano, you better aba na day. Amam. Anything on the campaign you know, front, you know. Omango cancer and papa bia ewo. And no kwana share constituency no ebufu. Na me kwabna I knew some be bunko for hot say. Thursday because a program original TV. Me ne pato. Me point na me see region ni mo na ana me say motos. Be 70. Etina junction. Me rather mu say so surprise am you mo bi a white ana ma tro ni mu blue army. And I'm saying, what is going on? But the boys in this one, omo fian, omo so say omo army. Tuesday they are all lacking vitamin C. Para omo nya vitamin C. Kasho fofo.
Any di nyina.
Ano mo Timothy no so we are going to Ablekuma be stressa. You see, I was thinking say we are no more for no mo kofa akwaje ho no. Now say police show because we read the article 210 now. Nobody can raise any army in this country. Now mo say we army. And just to throw no say kamo general anu ho ansa na mo do.
Na say this for catch so mo green na.
E de omu nyina say ka so throw no sun ho. Obi eni wo so onya army okrom a. Ana omu de obu so mo koi. Na Hawa Koomson. So abusuafo no mutie omuntie biye. So onya muye ku ampuni a me scanning on all the social media platforms so kwabna I was surprised say enkofo dodo omoni ade age no edoso se omo ye omo enipa omufi se de punishment no onya wo no sua no anje wose ka akwa no tumi wura ni mu no edoso se omo ni ya and we see me hu cha na me emu ahye se oba besia de na nkofo tumi kasa wo no wo enipa bonini and it let me tell you nkofo nche sympathize with him no with them but across the politics in oh yes that yes say within them no
I'm before be omno me call campaign no a omo me now for social media me no banter always emu frame we tire say eye
omani age ho I'm telling you na even kra no you cannot say for certain say omo yes ade ni every NDC because we deal with our friction with Kennedy Japan. So you see people are taking it on the same. That's why I believe they have to do a thorough investigation of what happened there. Because mind you, omo call internal primaries. So one of the problems. And to wear your opportunity. What you say?
Groups.
Where your opportunity. Now yes sir, okay. Hawa Koomson the intelligence or picking tia or kono kuta pepper spray.
Yes.
So what to me any intelligence be besin wafa pepper spray dia. Kasoa dia ba Ablekuma say o ba be spray of when so dia. Not just o see hwehwem. Na me the last time who so be the ti enu bi yam na Zidane or the new Matarazzi yam. But no cry na close. And the fuck is your man red car. Hey, I go with the other day. Me move it out. I got more long for the one. What? You won't go for it now, come on to be too, sir. Then you're in your drone, I me who yet is a quarter to the young. So
you three when you're not
Hawa.
Me crowd police for no nkrofo bebo omo ye police for mo guard no na we spray go money
me say na me ka say akwani to no me sure say spray be ko nani e to ko no na afi atiafa so because we should say we should to no say wanya Hawa en kan e ko be dey e be si for amere pra ana Hawa e je sadie na me no de na e ye mesre o mo say Adechi ana mi se ba omia akufi ho akwahwe no se
how feel
okosano o se
they won't forget
John anhwehwe mu
ante ho na how feel
no wa musika wanya
Hawa
wa de sika wanya o politics mu wa sacha white asoso wadi ngunim yes wodi Adechi ya de kasa ya ka ya wo fa koko border ya viwa odi otie ya o mi aga kaya dwiricha randi abi no to na on take post ni yero what are you talking about na ba o mi akọ ho no mo a wo si o so mo anche o mo eyesa
de no a
they will never forget o wie ya no ko share sporting attack no ko tina honey circle say o hwe football oh eniba we a bad man wa kwa mo obi mfini donku sebu uwie ya asha koye ho se wodi o wi adoko tena ho ni sake wo chele ana widie ne mu eye Hawa ya I hope say Hawa Koomson be sua bibie free esan say me ya we the war was be terrorizing go for work Kasoa look membo bia fan won this afini ba be emotional or some of these things I was say wo mo edi boni okrom ha nyina no ya ma mo ti ase say entesu kokko obi anu and MPP na complaining about say ya bu obi hey na de madana obi nyane me da eso ana Ali Zakaria Orala Ntemantia Swans on North East Baumia Chrome in election internal elections and representing on the moja de buy nonsense who is talking about violence in the MPP they shouldn't annoy anybody bro Ali Zakaria on can crowd such one side my say munya 100% unless you bet you kunya 100% ah
na Ansah
oh can you imagine I was say omato to dia checho ma ambushi no say Ali Zakaria Ansah pin sheet na ombeku no that was the ordeal I don't say one no mbe so oti ne nchi na papa internally kwabreja Japan ono say onye serious dia na asem kwame kana emia invisible party ya bro it say e
twa ne car glass mu outlook o ma mu ni say outlook ewu
wako dia rewo le koi na ye cancel a na kwame na ni nyina what are they talking about baby before they can say
poku obuju
hey you know what is that na me na abem boni amudi din nkofo okroma me I believe say what has to happen they say e was say abanya wa bakofa say white people ni nyina wo mo aye waso west for go ye bo mudi your prosecute them because crime has no expiry date they are queer nim e say Obien wa owo monopoly over violence. Now opposition.
No, but the MPP feels they have the monopoly.
Now boys, if you say me got here, it's a miracle. Say macho man be abo bobo na so. Macho for ewura oni twa omuhumbo. Wa go la kai. O they didn't even identify me.
Also Bobie na gina oba.
O ja se wo se wo go wo mu na oboto ayampia ye. Amfu amo na mu interview yi. Wo amfu tetema west. Ongo hobi. akwatia yi
kikam kwasi asem
won ko bi ana woko pia gofo gu trouble Ablekuma yi ko koda sia fa se no akoje fansu
oduro ne honye
ojo ka wi no dwane what tema we sit there safe ya jefru se bo wo dua antre mema sem wo se wo kwa ya akwatia when in fact akwatia figures ni nyina kire say it will be extremely difficult for the MPP to win that seat. It will be extremely difficult. Now when you know, I see. Ultimately, the akoba ya ne baye. Yen nyina ya ntia sese violence enya de pa. In fact, o kwa akotire wa adwina me kwa in the year 2000 e ka de kabana nka be nka atiase fo ho. At a gunpoint in Sobayiri in the Jirapa Lambusia district. And no tira ye baba ka je kufo na de mini be wi tinten.
List the ultimate say oscillation. Tam na was secondary school no physics. Through adena kosra na ba form. Eko na ba. Mini asolo. Say ka media personality I mean na ko radio so pa ya kwa from radio go to TV XYZ but I'm proud of him. He's a man of conviction.
Sure.
Na kwamna ni din kan bebo yenu ba peace MP elect for Ablekuma North yenu ba Ibrahim Obin ebebo na baso or tenacity ni think election na 2024 no win ye na machinations e kokko na bia because for the whole electoral commission to confirm say or the scan pink sheet and a coalition etro what went on scan pink sheet all along na minority no a majority in parliament you insist say those campaign sheets the declaration was null and void. In fact, we were looking for the by-election. Yes, I mean the EC is self-confirmed.
I see.
Yes, the electoral commission came to the floor of parliament and confirmed, and still insisted say it was verified by the NDC. So where was the original? And we wanted it in 34 polling stations. That's how I say in 34 polling stations. And I see no can say they can confirm say 19 and this scan sheet and the uncle to abano. But before about to
no, but the EC at the floor of parliament. Mumbi so say I didn't know this scan sheet. Yes,
yeah, Bisano.
And was the India.
Another man that day he was a disgrace. The deputy bossman.
Or see the Indian no yes.
Oh, say they didn't have they didn't have asset their own pin sheet. And you know what happened? Because you see the original pin sheet, it shows say Ibrahim Mahama.
That was the case.
So they kept theirs. And MPP cover scan pin sheet buy. And then this is unless you bring the original pink sheet. In fact, we don't even use our pink sheets in the coalition room.
So which means they just scanned it from somewhere, changing the figures.
Yes.
That's all.
And it was their modus operandi in a lot of polling stations, especially in Greater Accra. But their confusion is that's what they were doing. Electoral Commission have been given a mandate. Meaning, how difficult is it? Every polling station, every constituency, organize the election. You have a pink sheet. Till there, which is the original. The scanned copies are you give it to the political parties. Everybody bring their own to the coalition center. Declare. So why was it difficult for the Electoral Commission to, within 24 hours, declare Ablekuma North and a lot of the area? Because they were waiting. In 2020, that's what they did. They waited for a lot of areas are marginal wins. Then they go and change the numbers. And that,
like they did to they did in Takwa, like
yes,
they did in
Sehui also
and
Takwa
Sekendi,
Ketan, Sekalo Ketan. All those areas, that's what they did in 2022. So they wanted to repeat it. And finally, when push came to shove, then Electoral Commission. In fact, even the most disgraceful part, the deputy chair, Obejina Chamber of Floor of Parliament. I can't say Electoral Commission. But as far as Electoral Commission is concerned, they need the police protection to go and use the scan sheet to go and do the collation.
I see.
When the question became difficult, he could not withstand. So finally, they came to their senses. Say, electoral election inquiry rerun. NDC yako rerun. We have won, but it is not over. This particular electoral commission is not really fit for purpose.
It's true.
And for the first time in a long time, both political parties agree. So electoral commission way, they are not fit for purpose. They are not fit for purpose. Because when we say, if the right things had been done in December 2024, and all this confusion would not have happened. Until the NDC are winning election, you know, until everything is normal. The Electoral Commission will create a bigger problem for this whole country. Na mabo yenu aba na baso no. Na mebo NDC for no so abaso. Look, even on our floor of parliament, even though you be the team here on our platforms, we decided to mobilize personnel, resources.
I see.
To go and support the campaign. In fact, the women caucus, NDC women caucus in parliament, I salute them. The regional minister, I salute her. We form as many as 16 teams. And at any appropriate time, a BB free chamber, we need numbers enough to consider chamber work. Then others will be on the field to also support.
I see.
The national executive, the regional executive, the constituency executive were also on the ground. But you see, so MPP in Utimia, it is not the threats, Obama. It's not the noise I'll be making. And then I cannot crash them. Some party no is on autopilot.
I tell you.
It's like a headless chicken. Akokwa only ordinary number bia. The reason why you people are in a mess and they say, can you ever imagine? Say, I say don't cut ya. And I feel equity. Every man directive say, and this man you could yeah nyajuma way. Now say parliamentary candidate. Every a session of members of parliament. And the number be say, yeah say, yeah. That's the first point of failure. Leaderless.
And even if it was a defiance, how do they describe it?
How do they describe it? Leaderless. They have no leadership. And you know what? They turned this particular campaign into almost presidential campaign. Because you see, I've never seen a group of people who are so incompetent than MPP. Almost a day before this, almost then a day before the election, when you know, say what call election, I wouldn't say elections are not just won on the day I got to Abano. You need preparation, you need organization, you need to plan, you need to focus. I feel na presidential aspirant, potential presidential hopes will be a better than you bet me. And we say, Mama, 410,000. Dr. Baumia.
But you see, lady, the interview said,
Baumia Bichiro, Scala Gudu. We are to Cavalier as a Bitiro.
True.
Oh, my brothers, I was so scared.
On our Senpai FM.
Yes, she granted
AI.
No, Bitino.
And no. And I make one semi. I say, can also say, honestly, the 200,000. I do transfer the 200,000. I say, Brana Champions or the 200,000. And Tim Tronam say, hey, and he had done a contest of money. Now, why? We are MPP. Now, Yakofa will say, but how na be did na be kontokwa na be provocations. Edin Sembebano, what you on a political position just in 6 months. Look at the amount of money. Omujina Monasu, until what your party no what did they do for you? And clearly they were not ready for the election. And they should not have even wasted our time at all. Me, they named himself for the first time in a very long time. This by-election is going to be like Ayawaso. You who say the states will not support us. You who say Niesi or Ayawaso no. It's not isolated case to say Niesi or Ayawa so no a state sponsored terrorism. You who say akoso sa no. What did we do? We issued a statement say election no ya twen ho afirim. Monfa mu election. Ba mo de mo amoto opposition no e na ma start hot west. Ye be bo mo. Ye be ye o mo say Sebasentalis na adwene so ye we a me bana na metie ne wo bo no. By the time omo ye sa no na ye campaign na wie. Na ye ne nkrofo na kasa wie. Efi say timamufo na e wa ya Ablekuma North no. Omo who say in 6 months President Mahama e be president no. In 6 months CD no eso atihwi ama anya multiplier effect e we a lot of sectors ama setena no e koyie chance ne no munim no. Enti omo ti ho no omo so omo nim ne omo hwehwe omo nim nyansa obi a oye nursing trainee a owo ho a na in years na allowance aka mu a this time President Mahama buy no watu ama ne nsa aka no wo ko ho ko ka kire ne say me your back kunafo a he doesn't see your kunafo no there be onu kura ne ma me awu na nsa yi very good he thinks about ono allowance what buy was no na wuntua afi President Mahama buy no watu ama no e na odwen ho obi a ne ba secondary university nursing training teacher training and all the tertiary institutions are and President Mahama free free school out there about the first year for nyina almost half of them say ka musika no ono Ablekuma no for ho na oko university and na oko tertiary na nsa ka ni sika na when you come to them say we kunafo he looks at you and think there is water in your head enye moja de wo trim no of course wo be catch then obi a ono nso oya assemblyman a President Mahama say me ba metu assemblyman for ka na ono waje April waji May 1300 series each no okwa ono so dwen say me assemblyman kura ayeto aba me kogina MPP dim na eto aba ma me MPP assemblyman now so President Mahama buy no ma me allowances 1300 every month what you have 3 months ama me enti ni obeka no ontie enti even NDC na ya dwen mu no ye nuru ba bia pese yeduru ba ye frase anyoma ekoye magana for kakra we went there campaigning. What is it? NDC ni ko nyina say mama Rabana Oben 100,000. Otiri. But one is MPP for AU sika kese akese. Yeah. Na one is a reporter bi say da to abanumpo. Omo gina polling station no. Ne o check people na chi. O to abana ya ka cho so to wi akogina ha na gisika. You see, obi a oye the same thing. Obey ni bebre and expect different results is your fool.
Einstein said so.
Very
Albert
good.
Einstein.
Continue to do the
same doing one thing over and over again and expecting a different results.
It's a formula for madness.
Yes.
Because my throughout mo de kwasen north amwamo mo de nam ha amwamo e na mo pese mo replicate e wo enti entok nyoma esi ye nyina no MPP knew they had lost the election enti this ne omo ye wo ne omo adi kan start kika wo Akwetiano. It's a sign of defeat. You see, MPP and Kanjamo. Money, I'm met my Obiao. Money, met my Obia.
Jam, na de or watch on.
And you better stand up. Say me no more. And Kasoa is been previous. Men starting free dianu free soro. Come start here for us here. Mama starting free dianu free soro, but Muntimeshi say Monyoma. And Kailashi when Ponyo be the country must say, stand out. And then reorganize your party because you see the importance I want to say. With your 88 na mo no. Se mo ji seat we cry the come there no ho a. So that's why people must sit down and reason and think about the party instead of nyomo ye no. Em say President Gofo start take kasa but any there. Koko chaka phone nim o nti o mo na beka o ma sam ni ye ni mu ye. Okay. Anti me pese me de ma sam ba wie no. You see, MPP Nyobia, I condemn violence in any form. In fact, Bobie, media, this is my personal view. I would have wished, say, the media headline, yes, I can now only say, Hawa Koomson arrested with pepper spray.
Sharp.
And only the headline I was looking for until I watched the video. me heard video no and I'm who say she was not just holding the pepper spray but you saw pepper spray no e wo enkrofo no so eno na e provoke omo so e retaliate ye
odifo Ebenezer crowd o say o hwa ade ni din no pepper spray no ekọ akwa no hye kyere ni no na akwa no pepper bi adwane afa na oto no saa onya so sa akwa re da.
And you know, if you watch the video again, you realize, even when the guy was going, the guy couldn't go to the woman because the guy was going to the woman. And who said, "Oh, go so to I don't know." And this is why I'm to the one time one, but I don't do another need I say.
No, Prophet Grado say, "I can't call the no Ruben Bia and for the infant oh Johnny." No, uncle, two more baby I say, and they ever say.
And Timinia, the way, look, a whole member of parliament, one provoke you, he was beaten mercilessly at Ayawaso West. Without any provocation, how much more a former member of parliament okuta pepper spray, why you use pepper spray no? Na Emra asam to some George no. Hypocrite Dr. Baumia. Well,
David.
Na no ni nsema esi nyina ne ye ma hi na eye me abufu na eye me tan any statement na Dr. Baumia issue here no it doesn't even bring any comfort or remorse and I say omo a se be omo ho kan ye no e ma obi akra eni are ho omo if you say yama na yet se ne Dr. Baumia ma na yet se ne ono or selective amnesia yeduru ba bi a na wakai eduru ba bi a na adwin no ni rafi
say schizophrenia.
Yes.
Schizophrenia sir.
I mean it doesn't make sense. And your man assisi amani pa enwotwe awu different police stations. Ye to ma we mu. Kwa me pese misi. Ye to ma we mu. Ena the whole Ashanti Regional Director of National Security MPP for Boadu office ekoyi no pie. Ye de nipa no bi court. The biggest crime you can ever commit in this country is to enter the court and take people rain before court, take them away. They took those people away. Dr. Baumia didn't say this. Akufo-Addo made them set them free. They want to pay 1,000 cedis each. Those were the violence any nyoma since against the constitutional MPP committee. But thank God, President Mahama came with the reset agenda. Yes, you better reset Ghana. Now, mom, you better reset Ghana. Now, you just say, two people spray and we any. Now, you enter home back. And you better issue Nina.
Tenka, omo air threatening NDC no. Come on, Kono. No more bomber bridge.
Yes, oh, yeah, the reset agenda, ba. And two bombs soon kura. Me kwa ko President Mahama man ye be reset agenda.
Me Kofi Akoko
President Mahama ba. Who would do that? And as the President Mahama that I know will call, he will let them conduct investigation. But the investigation, you know, a very holistic investigation. Have you ever seen one person fighting before? It takes two to tango. Maybe my video be a MPP deputy national organizer. No, he was with boys of his kind. And Omujina police station, they were all arguing, now we are but the hypocritical media. Any so-called election observer group, no? And the commentary that somebody from Channel 1 TV was giving, I mean, I was appalled. Who an actual party do on the cheap? And Emrantene Kogu Honina, all of them, what were they doing? One day, PPOB. And Unti, so the Sutro, or the Kukrumoti, Eko Yasia. What is Sutroba fee?
Thank you.
We are obeying Yinano, Ayaza, Mubi and Fanny serious.
How?
Alakodala Adri.
How?
Papa, we're women, my member taught Ramen Kodamiamunka. From 2008, Ufra Bemwa Ekufuado Bidisua, na or say party. Yamubi Kakachre and Papa. Money or be good party kasa keke oti nanum kasa da
no
oti so Boawada in fact only the coffee ko kan nsem ano aka kire say mo de munim party ninti o party ninti ene de na so ade weda party ni ana weda MPP no what you wonder Akufo-Addo systematically obi an officer oye wo wachi tiny no wo yi ni free party ni Boawada ediye na asane look omono yesa nyuma we ya edu dia last time UPSC yeni abre nyenim sa Dr. Bambu Baobia omo no ma wasa wabon no na yakwa akofo afiri so uti hwi chemu wo ba ya dia asem no ka kire o se man of the destiny how can you tell us oh my Ghana say ye tie ya ye bobredu sei o kwa go ka asem so be a man of destiny e yoru Baumia Akufo na ka kire ene je na oba be ka kire yen say ye friend say ye take decisions ye mfre wa obese me for serious since when I was ye take decision ye mfre that time now ka say be a man of destiny no
and why never ka kire so a man of destiny
ka boost ala me ka say azansem no be ye no wo ma sound by dachi o free system ni mu a na mo start abo Akufo Ansah na obeko no o ka sa we ye man nya sa di we sa record we because some days we elections because I may see the opportunity of being the father of the nation. Abre nipa dumienu na contest election 2024. Now could be one be apart from so cast or a man of destiny. No, was up the catcher Ghana for you say or any nipa dumienu na corner or about me upon and like you mudo obey me a year. When I'm say, hey, oh man, the one to free. Look, the force of the break, make a say me we 2000, I would have died a stupid death. Because my team and you know, now me tia would zakabas moi as a student, men through so by year what Jirapa Lambusia district. Mama ni say, me come me bush your 4 club and crown. Obien say me to school mission ade ya me wo GD bi se kofo be president e be boa Ghana. Yakọ ye no na nkwada akoto aba ye preventing nkwada na say na papa nim nyira ekọ afuom ana omo maame nim di sum di speed akọ omo fu ano omo ka jam say mo sorry amoti kromu ana mo so ye mema hwe say kabongafo that was the first time I heard say ufri ase aye fro kabonga kabongafo aba be preventing mumba kwabna na mema yi banda kirikiri na se kanye yey na ni pe hu sa de wi ani to bam eduasala satbe eduasala ne MP for Jirapa ani ene ni mi no ho say it is either all of us die here or you settle the matter ma bi ni friend Mrs Boone no ye MP be cho be MC for Jirapa ye bo ba bi se te say ye look what are they talking about ni nyina na ye wokofuo ye one support to Alanda obi obeka cho Akufo support to Alabia is a fallacy take it from me. And so Alan has suffered politically because of Akufo.
Yeah, it's true.
If Alan go na pombe mu die, ubusu ani die, ombedi running mate, yan sacrifice Alan. That was the main reason. Na po ye ubusu ani abejani onko na Alan tranche ni wo fa se. What you say? Nentino and oba bejina say ye you wenchi because omo tam omo twa di kura free party nim. Because what now what Shama said you have for Penina what if you me win Nankano you can Nankari he is the chairman of the Nankari for a jet and an idea also remember and sympathize with you for what I go for the buyer almost me I kept your
I see
I'm telling you look no mo go meet you Pediase lawyer what's the fear Pediase na buza so mutu fa okra na chia E-Levy what was his position o ka kire o mo say mom fa E-Levy mra o person ni Akufo-Addo nya meeting buza di ba Akufo-Addo so ana wa mu nu kra ba we nyina be ka kire Ghana fo nyina da de na mo free power awie na nya no na start you o start da mo so mu bie MPP die ideologue school as de no o ka say ideology die no another bogus ayi
Papa be so much akronobo school.
Agomu ko kyerɛ sɛ o mewie yi. Sɛ ta maka tra ban sɛ mo kyekye o mo gigi sika yi a. Ɛnya ne sɛ buy election buy yi a, we yi 200, we yi 400. Sika ne hyehyɛ o mo ho.
It's sad eh.
Sika ne wo mo. Na mo so ya ka kyerɛ mo na mo ntia. Mo bɛgye fire no. So what you say? Anything no, we Adam Godadadu, I don't take it serious. Me withdraw my support for him 2017. Abraham was consistently. How is it? So what the party anymore? Na ye to me ye Paula Foko as a chairman. Obi a yako to the swabo. One more what that? What you go for Gasada? How is it? So party who would give any muda? Obi a yako to the swaba Paula Foko so ya uhunipa. One more what that? Tete odi de bia yanka so we gentle giant. Nene yanka si afo giant. Nobody is going to do that dogma job ni bio. And it me withdraw my service 2017 say papa yi me hwe na eye pese me nkumnya life nko a ano de betno. Ti me supporting my brabo bio. Ana me catch me crash me kra me da wasesa me course bayiri. One kumwo because me wuya it would have been a stupid death and come fan ko babia essence nipa na me di na chi a me ko se o ma me pani se ne be ya da chi wono so free so a party ne be ya kono ne yi no wono nwini obi a ho oyo no nko a won so finish Brian a champion campaign we Brian because Brian he kon na ko pen endorsement and it ka ku kwa me meet the journalist call ko dey what the microphone go see na nim say oya dey on ka bibi ade okay overshadow the okoye nyina wa finish wo okay na won ni kodi nkobo na de ba beton ho
but you are talking as if he's talking as if Brian is a wise man.
No, but that's not make out to finish na party one account. Na party na be so ba with the second vice. A party abuga. Enye buga na third second vice say. A party akodia.
Enquire na you say.
Akobi ka James Okodi ohun ni ma say ho ba. They no say hey. That's it. What is this? That's it.
Tolu aye enyo money bebre. On na share inside nti ona. On enim nsem num pa na meka say emre bia emra na Rollins te ase no. Emre bia na Rollins o problem of President Kufuor. Because Rollins can say President Kufuor a hypocrite.
Yeah. No only that's man what can
no say a hypocrite because one say emre bia enyo meko so oni nti NDC ba power in 2024 no. Say you miss opportunity where you won't get another opportunity to bring this party to power again because emre bia panyina owo party num ebe kwa kwatena fie na wo ye praise singing ni ebesi bia efe no that party is doomed even sabi efie hampo adwuma yeye say when you obi obetene no aka say okay we ankoyi we koyi we ankoyi a but ade am hu afa MPP hu pa especially under Kufuor hu ye ne say on pay opposition on pay criticism and President Kufuor also saw that this is what the man wants but the because President Kufuor or don the party a China mind.
Yeah, it's true.
Odo MPP o. Enti MPP ne ye bone kura papa no mfa na no nka da.
MPP di Ghana bone a.
O di Ghana bone a. If you say party no ene wo aban no. Na her party no ewo MPP aban 2016 a omo take over power in 2017 no. Hwe bone pa President Kufuor de ye o my way. But President Kufuor amie na no anka ba kokura da. O say obeka na okukuom. Enti ye te ho no. Ye nim se kokko mu no bibia e koso fine
na video be kana bonten ene
enti na de na ba ye te na bonten se o se ye consulto akwabena wasem no se ye no kro ana lito na kan o se onuru ba bia wa me a aduane hye nanum a
listo na kan
onuru ba bia aduane hye nanum a obeka se wa e kom de no o se nkokro no uduru dimension na kan mu a odidi kuro o se me de ende the whole day me need ye boss onye nduru ho na kire say papa no mama come de no enti e compare na de no
mo afa bi amade ameka
ene meka sa ba bi aduru nso no ade na ginsam apai
wo
ade na pai enti se ne obekan
be yi mani afin goda iso
ne obekan enti ede solution no hwehwe meje di say senka President Kufuor etnetene President Kufuor do aban no in the 8 years
they would have gone far.
Bia enkombenya 45%. But ubia watiti party Eddie party number power one awoka say the Buzia Dankwa tradition, you know, since Buzia Bay president 1969, no, na mo ma power that. And to Bray with the help of Entro Media, any other, Moboao, and I'll be a president. 2 consecutive terms. And the Elsanka was take our party, no. And the indictment on not just President Kufuor, but President Kufuor also say, on the party, Atitia Kodru 38%. Unim say, with all the media slander, with all the CSOs, I know Muktia NDC. With all the media now ever in the hands of MPP, NDC never slept beyond 44%. There is no election. NDC slept beyond 44%. Yeah, you're lucky enough. Unfortunately for NDC, no. President Rawlings score. President Mills score. Yeah, Papa, former Vice President. And also, Oko. And what we have now, a former president here, was a current president. And until yes, so corner ubi ababise, share, no was answer as you dear home. But my dear, this president go for the near amount for a home, our mudina chino, what the party knew him more. And the party no one did him, or also the Ghana knew him more because. Some called 2 Akufo-Addo for year now kind of one fan or back carbon say Macabia one fat and can you hear any Honda? And he made him in person can be brief. He said, MPP Fiasem.
Do Fiasem.
Aha, saying call can Ghana some there. Say Ghana some President Kufuor can be break. And I'm saying MPP Asemuntino. Papa Ira Solomon. We're doing community be brave.
All right, thank you, Honorable. And O'Reilly will be here. 3 minutes.
Say of Akufo asem de eba ya na ne kan me den kakra. But me tie audio no any video no enra no. Ade e be si me tirim ni say President Kufuor is a disappointment. I didn't see me 3 months. Because you see, say what bank for ni na din komo na dream do o enyansani. Now for enyansani like Kufuor to sit down and watch a very, very good for nothing, only for the garbage. Absolutely. Man like Kufuor to destroy his country and the party that we fought and built in the interest of Ghana.
Also,
Edu baby, say me tia, Kwabra, yeah, because one, asema walking no, it's about a disappointment, me boy. Who disappointed who? Because you see the ODH you had the OD can't Akufo-Addo ehye your masia enye party ni su ne ne ban no wa mo wada like Solo said wan ka bi da de na me yakura san ka the party asem de on pese bia obehoro entumagufin wa abonten a na oman Ghana de wa mo wada say Akufo-Addo aye boni na President Kufuor. Now it got to a point. The reason why Rawlings was because the party for Bonia waka.
Sign a more statement.
Now opposition for so Bonia no waka. Eti afe no abegina brand say o man naja.
Yes.
Kufuor saw no evil.
He had no
evil. He won't rebuke. He won't admonish. Kukuamua or the oka. Eba bedwemu a owo de oka obi also kosrana e wo de oka. Oh, and if you have such a person that you so love na auditoriety to a point say afi no wa be suit say akwala a sebio ya je ne toya.
It's sad.
It's so worrying and very disappointing because Kufuor had everything to stand tallest as a consummate Democrat. But look at how he has deteriorated. And so sometimes I'm so worried. Say, papa. And dear pan and Kawuntiminye. edru baby on kwabra sebi ye ka Ghana amampanifo a oma bako free nkroma kofo ye obi a oboni din kura no amoni ye a utimi nyama
yeah man for be ha
utimi nyama ni o etema MPP for krampo ana omukura no sebi omumfa nidie ma no no omukura suro so omubeka na asem because ukwa kra NDC ni kura mfa nchewo. Look at how NDC for kram the opponents no they revered him,
they respected him, yeah.
Because sebi or the nyan sebi ba yama yosemu. But it got to a point I had to say 4 legs good,
2 legs bad.
2 legs bad. Just say Akufo-Addo ye bibia on kahwe.
Akwabisi president for the AI ne dada no.
But I'm not sad. I'm not sad or empathetic towards the plight because Kufuor Digane Hamo. Kufuor could have done better. And it's painful. Say I've had to discuss Kufuor in public like this. Because I really admire and revere him. But on one in the year, and say Sebi Edina ko baby awojina. We have more to share in the coming days. Me pese ebe picking up baako na dey aye futuo. E dey amaye nyina ho because e wo se ejina kofo nsemi a wo kan so e dey to NDC for so for. Oh, party NDC no. The way omo ankasa ye omo boni a omo atimi ka omo boni animu no. And then my partner is stronger, I very attractive.
Very.
But if you want to build an institution, also to become an institution.
Yes.
There you go. And I don't even business. We go business right? You do SWOT analysis.
What?
You do the good and the bad.
Yeah.
You look at the two
opportunities and the threats.
Yeah. So all those things put together, Papa Kufuor, asema o kan no, wa ankasa tie video no. Na se bi wa baby efa wo mu a fa na tase na ekina bi wo de tu enkwalafo say never again should opani tinafie ma asefo afo ye beka say we panyin bone.
Thank you. On the Thursday we call Kenya say being the president of the Concerned Small Scale Miners Association. Mr. Eto Gold, I have a license from the Gold Board.
Okay.
So I went to Kenya to say many buyers for Nibiye de wako share. Nti mini omu share a meeting kama. Ena misa ko tepa. Ni nyina wo aha for enclave na. Nti mi kokuru biso e frewo subiso. Nti mi dru subiso no. Ena na mini buyers no Asia aye din komo. Nti mi wona mi hunsa nkofo bibiri na edwane. Eba sa acronym. Ena mi bisa say what is happening? No me say oh. Encophobic somebody address not in a police uniform. The pickups be a beruma. Yeah, boys in first no community mind be home ye juma. Momo call your munoma no moshino. Omoshi be mutus. Omoshi be more abubuya plant is one no moshino. But prior to that, in any Lands and Natural Resource Ministry, Akasa. So sometimes on operations no be far and cry no the so your operation. Sometimes operations for no cry to me kushia on one side. No mumu echo mo.
I see.
Yeah. And you know they should come out with a clear cut a procedure nipa no betumi their operation or catch say the only authorized people are on betumi operation you from 9 months. Omo be launch omo a omo no operation
from Gold Board.
No, from Lands and Natural Resource Ministry,
okay.
Including the military, including the police and other security agencies. It is a whose operation because of now if you say any more we can approach them, maybe some more identity. It could be say Obina Sebe or yes operations no. It's quickly na me frère BNI new I have one of that is stepper. Say me say na mate. No no cry no this is what he has also heard. Into your back, and I'm saying no problem. Yeah, me decline because I was closer. You want to say a campaign during 2024 elections. I mean, it's a community mining, all right. But when we come, you more on my cooperative, no way to me either. So I have been there before. Luckily, me call and the nine some cause I think some of the videos in the cry. I'm a producer.
And
motos. Obi Okada. And on no machine. Omo moto nso go no machine. Obi kutana bubu ya no machine. Until on the way, na she sa na ekoso. And I happened to meet them. Me drew on na they were not dressed in military police uniform. Omo she bi mu sha soma there and other things. And maybe so yeah, family people.
Okay, so hold on for a minute. You can some of the videos. You can some of the videos.
Normal see be an anekoso. And then I approach them. To be approach them na me so. My name is Pipra. Me na me National Consensus Mosque Minus for President. Na yati so mo your operation bi se ho ho. Nti pese me bi se o mo bibi o mo fia o mo yes operation no. And almost say I cannot ask them any question. And for that matter me so mo ho. And I'm say no problem. Nti it's man me hu ze bi na ni no so ho I have no tepa no. Ono so aba. Intimate so obi o mechi say handcuff him. Ena omori handcuff here de go mi sa no musizi me ka kiss. Nti bi na ni de mi hu say ba ko approach no. Ena police for no mo hye alleged police for no. Etugu no so no mo bo no. Bi na ni no wo ahafo no no tepa. To no mo bo no. Ena me bi so say we just came here to ascertain nipa wa so mo amoye operation. Ti se man me hu say police car we mu they were dressed in police uniform. Omaba. Ena omo yes mintin omo car ni. Ena omo dintina me omo that time no mo sizi me car kiss. Ena omo dintina omo car. Ena omo say omo de me call police station. Na me say my head. Na omo say I cannot ask them anything. Omo de me do police station, they will tell me what I have done. Na me say no problem. Ena me tin omo car. That time no imagine me car be na need no omo bono. Then omo driving me to say eko encarry. Ti me take car ni musa. Ena omo say okay. Omo person mo hwe me identity say ne kure say me yes Mosque Minus for President anamenye. So they only take a picture of me. There's no problem. They can take it. To be one police ni ba ku twa me picture. O twa me picture the be 5 minutes time me hwe ni phone so no. Me say joy news are publish it. Say Consensus Mosque Minus chairman has been arrested. And I'm say no be I also pay me confirmation. That then why story that my joy online. If you do police station one, and you say police ni baako a video say omo edeme to handcuff ma omo de me kwakot na. Me kwotna omo counter baka. Me show omo picture is breaking news. Erastus as I don't call. And ojina wa o kase breaking news they have arrested Michael Kujo Pipra. Adeya is intervening. Say omo ko bibiom ko yo operation. Now that place is allegedly a forest reserve, and I'm in my bar, me be intervening. And I'm saying, intervention there, Mankasa. Inti when the news broke out, and I call started say about police for so. Say what have I done? Say Omube humiliating me on that sort because they don't understand the reason why I'm not born my me illegal mine.
But police for no free carrier by so they omo con carrier.
No, when I went there no, na team no divided, right? Ebi mu she hoodie, ebi mu she police attire, ebi mu abobo ma so ebi mu ye rasta.
So right? Those are no she hoodie ne blah 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 no. Omo come on no call police station.
No. The other police car ne buy no. And omo de me call police station. But there na be na need no mo bono.
Okay. So police for now mobile no fa won de okọ henfa.
Obele me call Encarrier police station.
So which means Encarrier police station for no omunim eyo omo hihye hoodie no omo.
Yes.
They know them.
They know them.
So which means their work is legitimate.
Legitimate. Yes. But on the site they didn't tell me where they were coming from. Because that is what I sought to understand. Say either say name was say you be for say you wine. And the man you be so omo yes say into when we were in the car, maybe some movie no say IGP na omo I instruct omo so yes operation. Enti eba out na me say man Rastus make a comment on it. Meanwhile he was not even there. Whatever transpired no me police for any BNI for Nina no Tepano. Any who whatever was going on.
But now, now
as a matter of fact, maybe a for Nikushia, good bias for Nikushia. I was so not even in that town, which is Infante.
Baby,
yes. Where they were working, baby, was a community mining. I launched a war online. You can easily Google Infante community mining. Launched and Ananado. I went there because one, as a president, say issue is right with regards to mining. Yes, it's synchrophone. Look, said the
issue money mano. One crop for so quiet into quiet.
No, just to ascertain because your platform
ascertain what
their true identity. Say Nipano, say enrich say.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you, small scale miners, do you have any authority to ascertain the identity of security personnel on various mining sites?
Yeah, we have.
I see.
As a leader, so what is Ebiancophobia a operation? Uti say Nipano illegal mining, so illegal mining. No, the scope of operation should be done in a way say. Is open and is transparent. So we could na bobo ya washe no. So we tin moto so watch no. Me so me call hono. And yes what you be.
Man police station ko report it.
Why mo?
Those affected victims.
No, I went there to check. Send them be ya na me the information bro we, right? As a leader, what is the issue be see? Now on call for Afro. You cannot shy away or run away say oh kofu afino. That is why I called the BNI officer. Say this is what I have heard. And I say and let me tell you, to be frank, Nancy ye wo hey. Baby na to me for mo atade she bibia ka so mo ko operation.
Baby info.
Ebi mu claim say bi o mo ye national security. Ebi mu claim say o mo free obi to be the DBA to me now. No or either so extorted and say
when your guys give you such complaints, at the intina more police for man say complaints here. I have a problem with yes, there was citizen arrest. Yes, you have the right to confront somebody and ask because so we could na important na free say onye ni papa na wa your ho na munim no utimi busa ne say jana one na ma here day. So I agree with you. But in this volatile situation, why don't you ask your guys direct them say police station report it. No muntu one among.
So I did. That is why I told you say me report it to the NIB officer no one. Said this is what and he came there too. As a security officer also now or what jurisdiction to check whatever was happening in that area.
Now BNI for omona ching encrofor site to.
Say
because I think from baby I want to a year in Carrier police station there quite okay.
From Tepa to Nkari is like an hour drive.
Oh, but still you could have contacted them.
Which people? Because me maybe I'm free.
Make a Carrier police station.
I
could have contacted them for official complaint that say now Crawford na catch now. Yes, you can use one day to stop it.
As a matter of fact, Crawford in free Carrier. Police for no. They are from headquarters in Accra.
But someone a friend Carrier for Mombefao.
No. Explaining
okay, all right.
These people were part of the operation. Right? But when I went there, nobody divided into different groups. But pull over.
Who do know?
The team that came and picked me up, no dressing in police uniform. But when I asked them, Mr. Ako, any all these people, they told me some of the Accra. Right? But he said, "I'm a pitchy camp and carry." So that is their station. Into Betchume free Tepa, Betchume free Bankranso, Betchume free Boakwa, right? And son, they may call and carry.
So now they claim say on Crawford now or more a day report man or more illegal mining. And yes, sir.
Yes, almost say no more illegal mining. Which when they went there, nobody was there. Someone should be.
But the fact someone should be doesn't mean say. But there were activities going on.
As a matter of Bobby, look,
no activities koso.
Me call in Uti. I only saw the burning because I had not gone there for some time. Before,
mining activities koso.
And yet to say excavator now watching right? That place is underground mining. Uti.
I see.
Into the excavator, they would have gotten a lot of excavators.
Okay.
But I only need pana hoarding and no to her, no akura asiye. Pacho
yeah.
So that is the scope of work over there. And yes, be any panel excavators not the excavated to know. Community mining they mine for rock mining. Into a whole new scope of work in a different. And the people over there no say idea Juma Koswa, they almost bear 7,000 to 8,000. Into that scope of work in Abia, they say be Luvia mine or the excavator Jumana police for the call.
Into would you say I didn't know more, yes, sir? Do you have any idea?
As a matter of fact, I don't really know where it was coming from. But later, the only person that I was blaming, Erastus. In a sense,
why Erastus?
No, maybe and I introduce myself. If you know match me, then you are making a reportage. Was a wound you. So it's both sides. In two bad friend people. First, you cry, ya chill, Uti. And you know what is happening. What do you go and do there? And it wasn't only me. Even be an officer and put on all the jurisdiction to come and even ask them questions. And then say be a meme for my personal what's the name? Bibi Anasa Day. And it has come to confirm say me Bibi anyhow. I only went there to because sometimes what the stress caused to me ba. It's a man son. Obey say fire excavators. Sometimes you need to rush and go and see. A lot of times I'll be calling Nipa be crying so recently and go for me by almost over and to robbery. Or beside or one license so attracting the machines at the Kusi low bed. So quickly when we went there, you didn't need license chair no. You business of you also of PID. PID were here also of certain command. Certain command were here a bequai. If a bequai command only more. But say in 2 and more, right? Sa excavator, you need baby or model. So sometimes, at least we take proactive measures to protect and crop for new investment. Look, it's not like we support to be a galamsey. But what can we do to make sure say nipa no ninkrata for the man? It's not about say we support say bia obi nye di ope. But Bobie, we can solve this problem by creating an alternative solution for the problem. These are the problem. Say, wako, obi ye juma. Say nipa no one krata, so nin krata. You will be a genuinely onyan krata obey the right thing. Uti. Yeah. So what do you do? I don't know man krata no nyin juma. So that sa nipa na juma na obey no. At least we're creating employment for people. What I say, but what I am saying is it's not say bia there no mo ye no. Ye ko say ko structure mo na say ye ko stop mo dwuma mo ye. No. As a leader, what is the issue see? Now who members for you need to go and ascertain. And there is no law that bars me from doing that. So even if we say what was the charges? No charges. They say me call me ye bonia. Anka that they no munyame. So ideally,
you man press charges
because I didn't my. Some who say oh your operation me could be so operation one as well. And on me crime no my bonia na. And I will call and I will see a human na me there. That one you can arrest me and press illegal mining charges on me. But all to them party no. And you know, the air can you say IGP so and small mo. Uti say the omu kwakwa any say be omu kwakwa say nyoma na say e be omu enko hwehwe nkrofo nyoma. Fight against galamsey. We all support it. But at least in so doing you need to bring professionalism in it. The onion the juma ye ni de. Pamano we don't have a problem. But so be investment. Sabi abobo ya any moto makoshini. As a matter of fact, ebi obi ebusim. Sa abobo ya if I should tell you be any padodo a sa abobo ya ni fidia. And all these people are
go to abobo ya no site one so mu sia
on the road. E won nso no comfort tititi ho. Moto, that is the mode of transportation. This obit in moto so no kwa. What is wrong with say okoshi ni moto? And the yami say so uni ho then you be reported to said your ho. Which you could have swore ask me. So be a DNC or hopote. Now be oya na ebi ni kwa yabono. No, what do we sought to gain from that? We are creating discomfort for the party. Meaning all these people when they will campaign on the 2020 election. Say we will make sure we streamline the activity. So why do we then come and cause discomfort for the party?
What kind of discomfort are you saying?
It's comfort in say. So who call fight Galamsey? We all support, right? But Obi has said, "We all know what it is." Mutu, or the name the baby there. Who question for what? And I'm to Nedia Galamsiana. Abobo Yedia Galamsiana.
No.
Yes. So why do you ban it? All these people are electorates. At the end of the day, mess out to Aba. And in future, Besako election, do you expect us Besako will be Makoka the Achrom? So when ye can free as in Yanka, the yen support is any. But Obi Fuma also in a boneka chain pan say, I deal with the Adabraka. Sabi MPP time, right? They were doing wise things. But Edu baby nanti say. So Obi o China Bobo ya de oko question for what? Intia the can in say, Sabi we know IGP or a professional. He's an absolute police person. And you believe you say this is not Hawa Osikache and say Omukwa Omunkonko yes Jumadieno. Tisanete into Musa the uncle for Guminsa. I don't know what brought about say Obi only how be reported say oh.
I think so one of problem no one.
Yes, because I boneba na mai. Miye bonibia.
Obi busasenti aden wan twen bi na officer na munyina mu ankwa mbom.
Ono ni de no mu de omo se omo de omo sa ke kanu.
No, or say aden wan twen when you call the BNI guy, aden wan twen yes or catch you say dikai. Aden wan twen say okay me twen brand nyina yenko.
Oh. Say me twen BNI ni ansa na mako. Na be ko na de omo nyina o ma ye wi a. There what
no,
is
the evidences are there. So much should be abobo ya or much should be moto. The evidence are there, which you even have some. Said they wunya now, but it happened.
Obai, I was there. And you can call the BNI officer and as well ask a side of the story. In the end of the day, at least sometimes you need to take proactive measures. To say,
no, that one I support it. Because say enye Galamsey fighting kwana we have dubious people. Obi kura timi di obi din kokko bokro no wo baby. What you say? So I don't think there is any wrong issue about but the point is on to be on a safer side. To be on a safer side. Now I think say maybe because mind you, if indeed Yemfa say ye group IGP Sumaye any ya prihood be a shen yakura muna ye bibia. Such people obviously they are dangerous to humans. They are dangerous to lives. So I wonder how our uncle decided so ubedi kako shoba sana BNI ni ndaba. I wonder how you took that risk. So assuming omi ni pa bone for enenkatin nkabere.
I think that is a lesson. In Tinwake, I think I'll pick it up from there. But I went there in a good faith. And as a matter of fact, sometimes as a leader, you to me take a decision because now you might not even think of the implications. Yes, so it's DAC. But we just pick it up from there. And as we move on.
I don't know Mujayo.
Because on the report, we say the person is trying to intervene. So whom was I intervening for?
Hold on, let me ask you. Do you have any idea that you want to sue Erastus?
I spoke with him. My friend.
No, say.
Beginning, no, but later I accepted, say, I want your phone. Because he should have been able to call me to get me side of the story than to blow that story.
Until on court.
I think that the Emanisi. These are all lessons being learned, and at the end of the day, we are said here, and yet what has because I know myself, and is on the story, and yes, can say me I'm seeing maybe I bet me, right? At a point in time, no one can say in the story know who the oka. But when I called him, he said, "So it's true." Even though the ACBAC, but he knew say he should have called me to get me on the other side of the story. And there were 3 people in the story. Which he knew say they beat him up. Into I didn't know your story. Maybe they were never okay. Not be a government official. Yabono. Then also one report say and people are going to bar, right? Being a new crab, no say yabono.
Right, and so near baby. But as you rightly said, say you have forgiven him, you have spoken to him, and say Ubijaya Manaka from what So if say Ubijaya Manaka, I don't think say we need to push further, but okay, Simbi Emani they say you learn from this. Issue that next time you know how to approach it so that escalating kofa and sembe brebia and sai emabio. And on this note, I think we will end it here and we'll say thank you, but then we will say sorry. Your mom say ebi NCBO. Thank you.